Coming up, details about the second public forum in the search for a UI presidential candidate.
And later, HAWKEYE men's gymnastics readies for the program's dismount.
Welcome to DITV Now, your flash update on all the biggest headlines coming out of the Daily Iowa newsroom. I'm Mallory Wilson.
And I'm Lauren Johnson. Another UI presidential candidate is visiting campus this week. The second public forum was Thursday. DITV reporter Ashley Wheel was at the forum. Ashley, what happened?
Thanks, Lauren. The candidate finalist, Barbara Wilson, mentioned she's impressed with the university's commitment to the liberal arts and sciences, writing program, and healthcare enterprise. She then was asked about her plans to support students and staff on campus, which includes celebrating and promoting diversity and acceptance. She was also asked about campus issues, including tuition, admission numbers, and the campus police. Wilson referenced the actions the University of Illinois system has taken, plus her priorities to keep students safe. Wilson said she will prioritize bringing people together and connecting with others. Wilson will continue to be on campus today, and the next candidate will be announced next Sunday morning. Continue to keep up with the DI for more updates. Back to you, Lauren.
Thanks, Ashley. More people may become eligible for vaccines soon. PFIZER says their vaccine is safe and effective for tweens and teens. Currently, only people aged 16 and up are eligible to get vaccinated, but PFIZER and BioNTech conducted a clinical trial testing their vaccine on 12 to 15-year-olds. This clinical trial showed 100% effectiveness. PFIZER has now requested for the FDA to allow kids in this age range to become eligible. As of right now, PFIZER is the only vaccine authorized for teens.
This week marks the first pop-up closet of the QT Closet, a queer and transgender-affirming clothing closet. DITV reporter Elizabeth Neruda found out how this will benefit the LGBTQ+ community in Iowa City.
Just inside the doors of the Pride Alliance Center hold stacks upon stacks of every color, size, and type of clothing available. After last week's closed donation drive, the queer and transgender-affirming clothing closet had its first event, in hopes of helping those in Iowa City feel comfortable in their identity.
It's been great to think more about gender euphoria and to think about how important it is for our trans siblings to have the opportunity to wear clothes that make them feel at home.
This differs from the year-round UI clothing closet because while that is mainly focused on professional attire, the QT closet has it all, from pants to dresses to scarves to bras.
It's just vitally important to help support LGBTQ+ students who are not comfortable due to societal standards and discrimination that may exist in traditional clothing closet and thrift stores and especially department stores.
It's helpful for newly out or newly transitioning students to have a safe place on campus to ask questions about clothes they may never have worn before.
You have a lot of affirming people around you who can, tell you, okay, I think that fits, or maybe we can try on another clothes, or even know how something fits.
With the immense support from campus, next year the Pride House is hoping to start more rolling donations and possibly put a more permanent QT clothing closet on campus. From the University of Iowa, Elizabeth Neruda, DITV.
Men's gymnastics will compete in their last meet as Hawkeyes this Saturday. The team will travel to Minneapolis to compete in the NCAA Championship. The Hawks are currently ranked 7th after finishing 3rd at the Big Ten Championship. These men are ready to leave everything on the mat one last time. The meet will begin Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
The Iowa women's tennis team are dominating their final stretch of the season. The Hawkeyes improved their record 11-4, sweeping Maryland 5-2. This is the highest conference win in the program history for the Hawkeyes.
And we have really good chemistry on and off the court, and I think that just translates when we play these matches.
The Hawkeyes are also making historic climbs within their singles rankings. Big Ten Tennis Player of the Week Alexa Noel ranked 13th in singles, and senior Elise Van Hoevelen ranked 4th in all-time singles wins. The Hawkeyes have one last match before heading into the Big Ten tournament.
The UI Pan-Hellenic Council is looking to start a women of color group within sorority life this fall. Pan-Hellenic Council is not historically diverse and is looking to change that.
I know a lot of people I talked to, they felt like in their chapter, they were the only woman of color in their group, in their chapter, or one of few.
The group intends to create a space where women of color can connect. Sororities are predominantly white, and women of color are speaking out against non-inclusive leadership in a recent survey.
It was interesting. People who identified as white were happy with like the diversity in their chapter, but members who identified as Black had a much lower.
With the start of a Women of Color group on campus, members can find a sense of community and acceptance.
A lot of times when certain things happen that are related to race or ethnicity, people will come to us and ask for information, but it's nice to have a space where we can just talk amongst ourselves.
The Women of Color group is coming fall of 2021.
Asian hate crimes have been rising during the pandemic. After the March shootings in Atlanta, the Asian Pacific American Cultural Center started holding meetings and support spaces for students. This gave students the opportunity to express their thoughts and concerns.
That was really important for people to just gather and to grieve and to spend time in community and kind of like let out, kind of like a big breath, right? To let that out and to feel the emotions that they needed to within a community.
APAC is planning on holding more meetings for students throughout the rest of the semester. To learn more, follow @APAC on Instagram.
If you were hoping for a warm and sunny weekend, you're out of luck. Today will be cloudy with a high of 57 and a low of 43. With clouds sticking around, the weekend highs will stay in the upper 50s and get down to the upper 30s. Thanks for tuning in to DITV Now.
Tune in Monday at 8:30 a.m. for our live newscast. We will have the latest on the University of Iowa, Iowa City, and Hawkeye Nation. From Iowa City, I'm Mallory Wilson.
And I'm Lauren Johnson. Have a great day.